to TV Burp. Talking toilet on Primeval.
Hello. Do you want to do poo-poo?
Chinese burn on Lewis. And woman in bed with a half-man, half-fish on Sleep Clinic. Let's see which soap can shout the loudest, shall we? Emmerdale, you go first.
You're out to frame me so that you and Babby can run the company while I'm not in jail.
You're right in jail because you killed Dad.
Not bad. Coronation Street, your turn.
So what did you think you saw then?
Well, you better ask them, hadn't you?
I'm asking you, aren't I?
No, go on. Well, just sit down.
And Eastenders.
And now we've done well! Never! Where they need to go!
Eastenders wins. Well, they do it every week. I don't know what happened to the soaps this week. When they weren't shouting, they were coming over all carry on.
Blimey.
Ooh, On EastEnders, Dino did a bit of a disappearing act. Now you see him. Now you don't. How'd he do that? Well, let's have a look at it from another angle. Just making the desk look a bit nicer. Put some potpourri there, some things from home. Oh, and my lovely Waterford crystal vase that my nan left me. Yeah, so not only very valuable, but also huge sentimental value. Not the sort of thing you could ever replace. Just put that there. That looks nice. As I was saying, Carly was in a bit of a bait on EastEnders this week, and it all came to a head in the car lot office. As I say, she was in a right state. Oh, that was close.
It's nobody's fault but your own.
That was a close one. As I was saying, the big story on the square was the return of Kevin Wicks, and he pitched up in Dungeness. What's the point? Here, what's your worst nightmare?
Dad's like, it was quite funny.
It's Australian Princess! And it seemed for a moment that Mr. Bull was up to his old tricks again.
Good morning.
Walked in, there was Paul, and all the furniture and all the rugs were gone.
Not again. They were gifts from the princess. How's my favourite princess, then? Kylie Booby. No, come on, it's her name. There's nothing to laugh at.
Good evening. My name is Kylie Booby. I'll be doing a monologue from the play As You Like It by William Shakespeare.
Kylie Booby. The would-be princesses were tested to the limit this week on their conversational skills.
My name's Kate.
Dave.
Dave, how's it going?
Good, mate.
Can I ask what you do?
What do you do, Vicar?
My name's Stephanie.
Dave.
And do you have anything that you really, really like to do on the weekends?
Are you busy at weekends? There was a general knowledge quiz, too, which threw up some interesting answers.
Carolyn.
Yes.
What is this? I don't know. It's not a clarinet.
It's not a clarinet.
I'm not sure.
Kylie, do you know?
A trumpet.
Trumpet?
A straight one.
No, love. That's a straight trumpet. Yeah. I tell you what, though, if you see Uri Geller, the famous spoon bender, don't offer him a fork. He doesn't like it. But just do the spoons, all right? Of course not. This was Casualty. And this week, an unexploded bomb went off. And the special effects were amazing, with earth flying everywhere. I must say, it looked like a lot of fun to shoot. Twig making its debut on Emmerdale this week, and bless him, you could see he was very nervous. Oh, I'm very worried.
Don't worry, you're doing fine. Just follow me.
But isn't it embarrassing when Mrs. Hitler calls? You don't want people to know, so you pretend to be talking to someone else.
Yeah. No, good. So my prognosis was 100% correct. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Miggins.
Oh, I might just phone ITV and vote for Dancing on Ice about it. Hello? Bonnie Langford? Oh, they've still got the phone lines open from last series. Elsewhere on Emmerdale, Val shared with us her encyclopedic knowledge of popular music.
I feel like we've just walked into the saloon of some Western.
Before you know it, we'll all be singing Who Shot the Sheriff?
Who shot the sheriff? Who? Shouldn't that be I Shot the Sheriff? Val's got a new album out. Yeah, I've got it here. There it is. Who Did It Whose Way? By Val off Emmerdale. Some interesting songs. There's Who Like You Very Much. It's a nice one. Who Just Called to Say Who Love You. Yeah. Everything Who Do It For You. Who Don't Know Why Who Love You But Who Do. And my favourite, Who Can See for Miles and Miles, by The Eye. Very well. Nice album. Which brings us to our most inadvertently funny title sequence of the week.
Most inadvertently funny title sequence of the week.
The real extras now. The story of the TV and film world supporting artists. And it's amazing the talent that's out there, as yet untapped. Take Raymond Francis, who's just oozing charisma.
Let's dance on the red shoes and dance the blues.
It's like Bowie's in the room. His wasn't the only distinctive voice on their roster. Give her a biscuit. The show followed a casting for some football hooligans. Man United versus West Ham, which required a certain amount of aggression. First up was Mohammed.
The remaining hooligans are busy practicing their aggression.
Oi, stop doing it. Don't mess with my dog. If you try to do it again, I will punish you daily.
I wasn't going to touch your dog. Some of them took it too far for my liking. It got quite frightening.
Yeah! Yeah! You chicken piece of dirt!
Do you want fries with that? Comes with coleslaw. But my favourite extra was Apostolos, who was able to summon up just the sort of naked aggression they were after.
Come on! We'll smash your teeth in, West Ham supporters. Come on, you Man United, we'll smash your teeth in. We're the greatest West Ham. Come on, you dirty Manchester United fans. Come on!
Brilliant.
Brilliant. But it does beg the question, which are better, the West Ham hooligans or the Man United hooligans? There's only one way to find out. Fight!
Come on, you Man United fans. I'll smash your teeth in. West Ham are the greatest. Come on, you dirty Man United fans. Come on.
Oi, stop doing that. Don't mess with my dog. If you try to do it again, I'll cut you daily.
See you after the break. Welcome back to TV Burp. It's all back to normal over at the Bernard Matthews factory. Elton John and David Furnish fight over a biscuit. Bad news on the wards of Holby.
Just excuse me a moment.
Jade's here.
Could be worse. Could be Jackie. And Lewis has his feet on, upside down, on Lewis. Whatever happened to Steve Tyler from Aerosmith? Of course not. Naughty boy, it's Shirley off Silver Surfers. The story of the over 60s and their search for love on the World Wide Web. And if you're young and looking for love, you might start your email with, "How was your weekend?" or "Seen any good films lately?" If you're over 60, it's slightly different.
Hiya, babes. How are you? How did the test go?
How did the test go? My favourite was feisty 76-year-old Bernie, who had got his place perfectly set up for a lady.
The glasses of the past, you know, good, you know? And even now I'm entertaining with brandy. Let's show an excellent glass. I don't use them anymore.
Yeah, that's how you tell the quality of something. You flick it, don't you? I mean, you take this wine glass there. The brandy glass, it might be more like that. A jug, of course, it's like, and then, of course, something like a kettle. It's like that, and of course you've got the toaster. You've got the toaster there. Oh, that sounds a bit flat. I'll just tune that. That's right. So it goes. You get the idea with that. You get the idea. Bernie's one hell of a romantic, though, and is longing for Mrs. Right.
You're keeping yourself fit?
I am, because one day I shall meet her, and I shall be able to run my fingers down the contours of her body, and I shall say, Eureka.
Ulrika's single at the moment. I'm sure you'll be a little chance. So Bernie gets on the internet and is introduced to a lady that sets his heart a-flutter.
And looking at her, my heart just goes bump, diddy bump, 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 bump.
Did you get that pacemaker scene too? Which brings us to our longest exhalation of the week.
Longest exhalation of the week.
By the way, I've got these two pieces of red material that I met a lady last night and was hanging on to her on a slow dance. The clock struck midnight and she ran off. It was dark. I can't remember her face, but Whosoever these pieces of red material shall fit, I shall surely marry.
Have you been talking to my mother?
Hey, can you give us hand at this?
I've changed my mind. Yes, it's our own Coronation Street. Isn't it annoying? You wait for the adverts to come on to nip down the off licence, then you realise you've left the grill on. Ooh, left the grill on. Little David Platt had a secret meeting with Tracy Barlow, and to tempt her, he took some chips.
At last, where have you been?
Brought you some chips.
What, is that your idea of a romantic dinner?
No, I just figured you might be hungry.
David, what do you want? I am tired and I am cold.
Chips! Chippy chips! Chips! Adrian England off Freaky Eaters had a very different diet.
Adrian has a secret. The only meal Adrian eats is spaghetti hoops and toast.
He could only eat spaghetti hoops. Hoops. And toast. Toast? Think of all the different meals he's missing out on.
As well as just eating spaghetti hoops over and over again, the amount of food that you're missing out on, you know, a good piece of steak, fish, pasta, there's Chinese, Thai.
Sunday lunch. Monday lunch, Tuesday lunch, Wednesday lunch, Thursday lunch, Friday lunch, Saturday lunch, Sunday lunch again, Monday lunch, again, Tuesday lunch again, Wednesday lunch again, Thursday lunch again. All these meals he's missing out on.
Very silly. Naturally, his girlfriend is there to support him, but poor Liz, as part of the process, had to eat nothing but hoops too.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever had to do for my boyfriend.
It's a step-by-step process for Adrian, though. Let's not rush into anything. You don't go straight from hoops to sausage and mash. You work your way up.
But 4 days later, the only change to his diet is swapping hoops for alphabetti spaghetti.
Yeah, that's the difference between hoops and alphabetti spaghetti. Hoops can't spell out words. Well, they can, but they have to work together as a team. He's been away from proper food so long, he's forgotten how to use a knife and fork.
You see, you're using your left hand, which isn't your strongest hand.
Yeah, and it's all...
Does it feel...
Well, it's all come apart, hasn't it?
That's not how you use a knife and fork. This is how you do it. You get the sausage, you hollow that out with the knife, use that as a straw to suck up the yolk. Then you pour a big tin of hoops on top. Yum, yum, yum. Hoops. Oh, wait a minute. The hoops are spelling out a word. What's it saying? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. It's nice to see the midget rugby season has started again.
Listen to me.
Of course not. This was Time Team, in which Tony Robinson and his team spent time attempting to discover evidence of history.
So what were the Romans doing here in Warburton? We've got just 3 days to find out.
Why? Why 3 days? Been there for 2,000 years. What do you only give yourself 3 days for? That's a bit silly, isn't it? How about 10 days, a fortnight? You're not serious, are you? I suspect Tony only wants to put aside 3 days because he can't wait to get home to his lovely young girlfriend. 25. Talk about silver surface. It seemed like someone else was in love with Tony.
And yet. This is a real...
What are you looking at? A bit weird. Maybe he can see something in Tony's ear.
This is a real puzzle. There have been finds coming off this field for 8,000 years of human history, and yet...
So, they set about organising the dig. It's the usual Time Team way of operating. They dig a series of trenches, don't they? Let's see how they got on.
2 days on, and our enormous trench has so far produced nothing. A metalworking trench. Empty. The trackway trench. 0.
Not a sausage. So they dug some more trenches. Nothing there. Something there. We'll mark that with a cross. Nothing there. Something there. Nothing there. Oh! Aerial noughts and crosses. Great fun. Well, that's all we've got time for. And to sing us out, it's Shirley from Silver Surfers.
I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled the city walls, the city walls, only to be with you. I still haven't found what I'm looking for, but I still
Shirley, I wonder if you'd accompany me to the bar for a drink.
As we have history, I am first.
See you next week.
Well, they've spent the past week perfecting a unique move of their own, so look out for some serious body popping and some dangerous lifts. But tonight, it's all at stake. It's the semi-final of Dancing on Ice, and it's coming next.